Welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. Y'all, what's good with y'all boys? How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm good, man. I'm good living life. You know what I'm saying? Been craving another episode to tell these fools what they don't know about basketball.
Okay. And I feel that. Me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all the niggas and I'm the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We just had a little hoop session. The only one that missed out was Demir, man. But we got back from hooping, man. Feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Demir, you actually missed out on some good runs, you know what I'm saying? But maybe next time you could come, you know what I'm saying? I know you all the way in C, but
It was just Cam flopping all over the place.
Oh, doing LeBron James.
they probably be out there, man. I don't know who I was talking to, but I learned the importance of flopping. Was I talking to you about that, Rod?
I think it was us three, I believe.
Yes, you actually did.
Like I was like, I see why they do it now, because if you don't, when you have such a size difference, like people aren't gonna see it. So like, for example, if Kyle Lowry is following LeBron, they're not gonna really see it because it's like you're bigger than him. So I understand why him, Hard, like people like that flop, because it's like I need y'all to see this, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. One thing I wanted to get started with, just a quick little topic. I seen today, like I was seeing people on Twitter and stuff talking about like Portland and just all the stuff that's been going on over there with Dame and like like just the mess that they got going over there. Like, what's y'all take on that?
They brought in Tony Snell, so they really gonna do it. Like, thanks. Dame want to do this loyal thing, man. And I was behind him at first. And I mean, he'll go down as a great player. He'll be a Charles Barkley. So if he's cool with that, then I say he stick to what he doing. But with them not bringing in any real talent, Portland is going to continue to do the same thing because they're good enough to make the playoffs. But anybody with the brain and watches basketball knows Portland won't make any real noise, especially coming out of the West. So Tony Snell and Dame and CJ McCollum and Nurkic, who get hurt every year, is going to be the same thing, in my opinion.
What about you, King?
Pretty much what Demir said. Pretty much what they have done. It's not going to cut it in the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. They might be the 4th seed. They might be the 5th seed. They might get the 3rd seed. But as far as championship, they're not going to be contending for a championship. They haven't really improved. They re-signed Norman Powell, but yeah. I'm not amazed by that. But Norman Powell is a pretty good player. He's a pretty good player. I like him. Gary Trent, you trade him for Gary Trent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe a slightly.
I think that was a bad trade. That's where they messed up.
I mean, they just tried something. They just said we got to make it seem like we're trying, and so they did it. But like Demir said, you know what I'm saying, I don't think they'll be a threat in the Western Conference Finals. The Western Conference is so stacked. So even if they were to add another key player, they might still not be able to get out of the West. You still got the Lakers over there. Utah is going to be right back. The Clippers probably will be banged up because I don't think Kawhi's playing next year, but Jamal Murray will be back. But to answer your question, I don't think Portland's going to be much of a threat, but I think Dame is going to be out of there sometime this year. So we'll see where he goes, where he possibly may go.
Right.
It frustrates me, bro, because I'm tired of super teams, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, and it's getting worse than ever now. Like, but I'm so tired of it. And it's like Dame is one of the few superstars. It's like, I'm trying to stay. Like, I want to stay with y'all. I want to win with y'all. And Portland's like, we got Tony Snell, like, for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on. Like, you owe him this. Like, you know what I'm saying? To put a team around him. You keep putting aging dudes and injury-prone guys and Tony Snells. And it's like, what we going to do with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be here, but y'all got to make it worth my while. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I was thinking about it, Rod. They also did pick up Cody Zeller. They might do something.
It's like they're trying to get him to leave. Like, what like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna do with that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
One thing I will say though, because I agree with, I think we all think the same thing, but it is two sides to it, and these players gotta want to come. Like, I think people are just saying, like, I don't want to come there. Like, so that part of it is on Dame. Like, I understand you want to grind, bro. And if you're fine with not winning, then by all means, go ahead. But you don't have to go to a super team. Well, I guess you do if you want to win a championship.
Not
But
necessarily. Not necessarily.
I'm just saying you don't got to go to the Lakers or nothing like that. Like he can
Right.
go to Philly. Like
Philly.
that would be a super team technically, but it's not. Well, not even compared to the Lakers and them. That really wouldn't be a super team. So yeah, like you don't have to go to. The reason it's hard because the reason I say you do because if you go to Philly, Dane, sorry, it still won't work unless unless one of the Nets get injured, which it's a good chance of that happening, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you go to Philly, it still won't work.
If you go to Philly, I think they'll be the second best team in the East, and obviously the Nets is still there, but they'll give them a run for their money, like even if healthy.
Yeah. So
it might not be like you're not gonna get a ring, trust me.
Yeah.
But it's gonna look a little better though. Like
right, like you might lose in the ECF every year.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it's like you almost got it. Like right now, it's just first round bye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And to go back to what you said, Rod, like that Gary Trent trade was like they traded him because they didn't want to pay him, but then you paid Norman Powell.
Oh.
It's like, come on. And then now you have a 3-guard lineup pretty much. Like Norman Powell is 6'3" at the small forward.
He's 6'3".
Yes, bro. Like, so it's like you're little. Like you're
might as well have kept Gary Trent, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like you got a 6'3" small forward. Like it's just bad. Now that's where I will get on them at. Like the whole Norman Powell thing, that was just a complete and no disrespect to Norman Powell. He actually is he's a above average player, but yeah,
they just didn't need him.
Right, like that's not, yeah.
And that's on the front office, bro. Because it's like yeah, players gotta want to come there, but it's like, give me something to want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put the pieces in there so I can like be attracted to the team. I'm not attracted to Cody Zellers and Tony Snellers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me something I'm attracted to, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And speaking of the whole, this is kind of a segue. Like, you made me think of this, Rod. Like, speaking of the whole super team thing, like, which side do y'all think is worse? Like, do y'all think the Nets super team is worse, or do y'all think the Lakers is like? It's when I say worse, I mean like come on, dog. Like that's what I mean. Like, how many people do y'all need? Type.
Nets.
I agree. I think the Nets is worse, and the only reason I say the Nets is worse is because they have I feel like they got 3 of the same like archetypes, like score first people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all which I would have done the same. I'm not knocking them for it. Like I think everybody would do that if they had the chance. But it's gonna be hard to beat them, bro. Like
yeah, like a lot of people were harping on defense, but you have to understand. I think me and Kenny talked about this before. When you have so much scoring power, you don't need well, I'm not gonna say you don't need it, but that's like something you can just like, okay,
I'll say it for you. You don't need defense.
You need it.
Even this past postseason, Harden and Kyrie still in. It's Giannis, get up. Like, we gonna see you next year. Like you're out of here. Like, but KD can't do it by himself, and he almost did. But it's like when you got 3 prolific scorers like that, it's hard. Bro.
I would say this: like their offense is their defense in a way, and this is kind of how the Warriors used to be, which they played great defense, but at the same time, even if a team was scoring with them, well, not scoring with them, but like scoring, it's like y'all aren't gonna keep up. So it's like our offense in a way is our defense, because even if y'all scoring, trust me, like y'all gonna miss eventually. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it is.
Yeah. But yeah, Nets by far, in my opinion.
No. I'll let y'all get y'all little runoff, but no. The big 3 is what I might even get the edge to Brooklyn, or maybe, I don't know. I would have to really think about that.
Bro, stop playing devil's advocate. You know which team is worse. You have Kyrie.
Just big 3. Just big 3. Is it close?
It's close. Yeah.
Y'all giving it to the Nets with big 3?
I don't even. The big 3 is close. I agree with you on that.
Because you got Bron, KD. Bron got that. And then Russ, Kyrie, like that's whichever way you want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Most people would say Kyrie though.
I think most people say Kyrie as well. I agree that.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, man. Calm down. Like, but like that's debatable. You know what I'm saying?
No, we got Westbrook. We have
Russ.
Westbrook.
Kyrie can shoot and score really well, but then Russ will give you everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Y'all count Mr. Triple Double, nigga. Y'all count that.
I don't.
I do.
I don't care about all the stat pads. You're not doing that with LeBron.
Who gonna set your offense up better?
LeBron.
Right.
Between Kyrie and Russ.
Russ.
Oh, Russ, I guess.
Who gonna play better?
You guess? Why do you guess? Why do you guess?
Y'all have to understand something, bro. When you go back and you actually analyze Russ, is he really setting up the offense, or is he just dropping it, like doing simple passes? His assist stats up. Yes, he's a better facilitator than Kyrie. Yeah, he's a better facilitator than Kyrie. But it's not hard to be when Kyrie is a shooting guard stuck in a point guard's body. His main focus is to score.
So was Russ though.
No.
Russ came in the league a shooting guard.
Russ can't score.
He averaged 27 points 2 years ago.
On what, 30 shooting?
No, it was. I think he had his best shooting percentage of his career when he was on Houston.
You might have to fact
Correct
check
me if I'm mistaken.
I'm exaggerating, but it's harder for Russ to score.
People like to play.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. I'm talking overall.
So you got Russ as the better player overall than Kyrie?
We're breaking it down. We're breaking it down right now. Russ got the playmaking. You know what I'm saying? And then defense. Who you get into?
That's a toss-up to me.
Y'all, you see what you're doing, right?
That's a toss-up to me personally.
You see what you're doing, right?
That's a toss-up, bro. Hey,
talk to him, Kenny.
Honest. Okay, y'all think I'm playing? That is I've seen Kyrie play some great defense.
Yeah, once or twice.
I've seen Russ get blocks. Does that just automatically make him the better defender?
No, let me say, I've seen Russ take some lapses.
Right, he does give up stuff, like if that, like he ball watches a lot, like stuff like that. But actually playing defense, I don't think this one is close, really. Like, but I will give you that Russ does ball watch a lot and stuff like that.
I got Westbrook, man.
Okay, next. So you can go playmaking, Russ.
Scoring.
Defense, Russ.
We didn't got to talk about this. Scoring, Kyrie.
Okay.
Yeah, scoring Kyrie for sure.
I'm glad we ain't got to discuss that one.
Yeah, I mean, Russ can put it up. He can put numbers up. Let's be real. He can put numbers up.
Come on, please.
Can Russ not put numbers up though?
Yeah. I think Russ, man. Never mind. I don't even want to get it. Like, we'll have that conversation because Kyrie is like, as of right now, if you ask people, they're gonna probably 7 out of 10 people would say Kyrie is better. And I probably would even say Kyrie is better right now. But Russ is just, he gets the short end of the stick a lot. Like, because it's just like how his career has panned out. I think people kind of like downplay him a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think they do too, bro.
Wait, hold on. What you got? What you thinking about, bud?
Westbrook is a better player, man. He just doesn't. Cam talking about Russell Westbrook gets the bad end of the stick, whatever he's saying. He just don't play how this world wants him to play. He's not a good shooter. He don't shoot the ball well.
Okay,
but he don't
wait. With that right there, don't say he don't shoot like the world. He can't play like the world wants to play.
He's a bad shooter, but shooting isn't the entire game. He does more with less. He's going to get you to the playoffs with a bad team. He's a great rebounder at the guard position. You know what I'm saying? So he just don't play how y'all want him to play. He just like Giannis. He doesn't play how y'all want him to play, but he's still a top player. And if you give him bums, he's going to make the playoffs. I'm trying to look what year he led them to the playoffs by himself. I don't know if it was the 2017 year. I don't know.
I think that was 15. I think that might have been. I think it might have been 15 with Victor Oladipo, Doug McDermott.
Hold up.
15 KD was still there, wasn't he?
Hold up. I got y'all. I'm gonna take care of y'all.
I think that was the year KD left. Or either because 15 was that when LeBron came back 3-1?
Demir's right.
Okay, so
Demir's right.
It was 16, 17.
Yeah, it was 16, 17. So I'm going to say the roster that he got to the playoffs. Alex Abrines. I don't know who that is.
I actually used to go crazy with him on 2K.
Okay. The roster I'm about to say is who Westbrook got to the playoffs. And we already know the Celtics got better when Kyrie got hurt. We already know that. We don't got to talk about it. Hold up. Let me finish. So Alex Abrines, Steven Adams. Y'all told me he sucked before, right? Steven Adams. Didn't y'all tell me that?
Terrible.
I rock with Stevie
Okay.
A.
Steven Adams on the floor for cardio.
He's okay.
He's a C at best. He's a C at best. Steven Adams.
C plus.
Okay.
C plus.
Okay, C plus. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we got Samaj Christian. I don't know who that is.
I know
We got
somebody.
Norris Cole.
This is actually giving me like nostalgia.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Norris
y'all,
Cole.
Cam used to be a Thunder fan, but he folded on the gang. Like, let me. I bet y'all wouldn't even know that, right? You know, y'all know who we like. You know what I'm saying? Cam, switch up though. Continue though, Cam.
Nah, I'm just in the shadow of that now.
So,
Wait, Cam.
Westbrook, I'm going to say these guys that he got to the playoffs. Okay, Norris Cole, he's the backup point guard at best. That's what he is, a backup point guard. Nick Collison, 45 years old. He's not going to do much. He might give you an 18-footer on his best day. Taj Gibson is not good. He's not good at basketball. Okay, we got Jeremy Grant. He's a pretty good player, but I don't know about that year, though. He's a pretty good player now.
He was a younger player.
Okay, so I give you him. Josh Hustis. I don't know who that is.
Oh, I remember Josh.
We got Enes Kanter. He's a pretty good player.
Yeah,
Offensively, he's a pretty good player. Doug McDermott, no. Got Anthony Murrow. He's a pretty good shooter. Anthony Murrow is a pretty good shooter. Yeah. We got Andre Robinson. He's not a shooting threat at all, but he's a great on-ball defender. Okay, we got Cameron Payne.
Is it the Cameron still alive, bro? Like, what's up with him?
He was on the Nets. He played for the Nets this year, didn't you? Say Andre Roberson?
Yeah, light-skinned dude that bricks.
You sure?
No, I'm talking about Rod. Is that who you said?
Hold on, y'all. Let him finish this because I got something to rebuttal after he finishes this list.
I think he played for the Nets, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we got Andre Robinson, Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne really wasn't good back then. Like how he just played this past season, he wasn't doing that then. Yeah. Cameron Payne with Kyle Singler, not really good of a player.
Kyle Singler's garbage.
Sabonis.
That was a rookie Sabonis.
A rookie Sabonis and Aaron, I don't know how to say his name, Ilyasova, him.
This team is actually garbage, bro. Like
so Westbrook got that team to the playoffs. Kyrie, like I said, we already know when he was on the Celtics, they got better without him.
But they went to the playoffs.
Yeah, they were doing well without him. But pretty much my point is Westbrook does more with less. But go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say, so basing it off last episode, and obviously we know who the better player is, but we don't hold these two guys to that standard. So why is it we're sitting here praising Westbrook for making it to the playoffs, but Curry is like, thank you?
Because we expect more out of Curry.
Why is that?
He's the best point guard in the league, right?
It's somebody who wouldn't say that.
Who the fuck? Who was that person?
I'm just saying, it's somebody in the world who doesn't think Steph Curry is the best point guard in the league.
I don't know those people, so I can't. I mean,
sorry, man.
I'm just saying, bro. Why do we always change up? Like, Curry
just jump in.
Like, thanks. Russ makes it to the playoffs. It's like, oh my God, bro, he just did the impossible.
Well, hold up. I'm gonna make sure you do it. So the poll just came out that Westbrook is the 10th best point guard in the league. So if he's the 10th best point guard in the league, we shouldn't expect much. We shouldn't expect what we expect from Curry from Westbrook.
I mean, LeBron also got zero votes as the best player. Like, you can't really go off of that.
You said they had.
I'm just saying, Westbrook is what? Westbrook is what, the fifth best point guard at best? Sixth?
We might have to make this a segment, nigga. Who the top point guards, bro? Because is Russ really fifth?
I don't know. I think he is towards 10. If I'm being honest, like y'all know, I love Russ.
Best point guard.
I mean, you got Steph, you got Kyrie, you got Trae Young, you got Chris Paul.
Wait,
see, now that's where we can like. Wait a second, like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what did you say, Demir? You said who?
Steph, Kyrie, Trae Young, Chris Paul.
Steph Curry, Trae Young, Chris Paul, Dame. I think. Do y'all count Luka as a point guard?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm not counting Luka and Harden.
I do, but I guess for this we'll take it out.
Wait, it's definite that Trae Young and Chris Paul are better than Russell Westbrook?
Yes.
Trae Young, I think, yeah. Chris Paul, we got to talk about him one day too. I understand he affects winning and stuff like that, but you
See, this is what I'm talking. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So he.
But no, I agree. I would say Chris Paul. I would say Chris Paul is better than him right now. Like De'Aaron Fox, even though he wasn't there, I gotta give it to I would probably have to give it to him. Oh, I think he averaged like 27 or 26. I might be exaggerating, but
we might gotta slow down, man.
Russ is better than De'Aaron.
I think I'm not even a Russ fan for real, but y'all really about to make me become like a Russ defender, bro.
He's not better than Chris Paul.
Are we already putting Trae Young above Russ, bro? For real, bro?
Yes,
I am.
Right now.
The playoffs last year. Now he better than Russ.
Right now, well, that checks out for me. I've always been behind Trae Young, but this is right now. Like, I'm not putting the career into like.
Oh yeah, career. No.
This is right. Like, this could change like 10 games until the next season, like I said last episode. But as of right now, what Trae Young showed me at his last like showing, he's like third or fourth to me. Yeah. So
the ESPN Insider.com that I'm looking at, they have Steph Curry number 1. They have Damian Lillard number 2. They have Luka as rated as a point guard. They have Luka as number 3. They have Kyrie Irving as number 4, and they have Trae Young at number 5. That's pretty solid. Curry, Dame, Luka, Kyrie, then Trae at number 5, and they have Chris Paul at 6.
John Morant, Jamal Murray.
John Morant, Jamal Murray are not better than Russell Westbrook. I'm not playing this game with y'all. I'll let y'all play around with Trae Young and Chris Paul, but we're not doing that. We're not doing
names. I was just throwing
Jamal
names.
Murray definitely isn't. Like, you can
Jamal Murray now not even better than Jamal Murray in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? He can't even be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jamal Murray definitely isn't. John Morant is coming though. That he might be top 4 next year. After the season next year, bro. I'm telling you, watch out. Like, I think he about to go crazy this season.
Matter of fact, I know what y'all doing. Y'all doing LeBron team so when he get a ring, like, go. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
I'm not to get back on track. I'm not saying that. I don't want to sit here and act like this big 3 thing is close. You take a huge jump off when you get to Russ.
Russ and Kyrie are debatable. I like that's not like a mile. Like,
no, bro.
Because he scored. That's it. Like,
y'all have to let this stat stuff go, bro. Y'all have to let this stat stuff go.
Let's take the stats away.
Okay, Russ is. I mean,
Kyrie led a team,
better player.
When Kyrie led a team, he got injured, so we didn't even see really what he was going to do that first year. And then Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown carried that team to the ECF. The next year he came back and he played.
That Boston team went to the playoffs. That's it. Kyrie was on his team.
We was going to make the playoffs regardless. We was going to make the playoffs.
We don't know that. Kyrie, they made playoffs.
Bro, when the last time we missed the playoffs, bro?
I don't know.
It's been a long time, bro. Like we made that playoffs with Isaiah Thomas, bro. Like, come on, bro. We was going.
Isaiah Thomas was in the MVP conversation
because he was on the Celtics. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then after that,
he's a good player
in the locker room because he's not in the league.
He's an MVP caliber player. Where he was
on the Celtics. Before that, he was not an MVP caliber player. He wasn't even a starter for real. He was on the Celtics. He became a GOAT. He left, and now he's bad again.
He grew into his role. Or, I mean, he grew into the player he was at the MVP level.
It was the Celtics, bro. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Celtics were going to make the playoffs anyway. So he came, he got injured. Injury prone. We got to count the injury proneness. He can't play. Being available is a skill. The next year, he actually played, and he stunk it up against Brooklyn. He was horrible.
So why is Kawhi in the top 5 if injuries are a factor to where you at?
Kawhi not in my top 5.
I thought you agreed with me last segment. I
was debating between Harden and Kawhi, so he might be, he might not be. You know what I'm saying? But that's why. That's a part of why it's debatable. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all change up, man. It's that's not debatable.
Kyrie is a really
right now. Off of right now, it's not debatable that Kyrie is the better player.
Kyrie has never led a team to anywhere. Russ has.
To what? Of exit in the playoffs?
Okay, let me back up. I will say, Demir, like,
thank you. Like, and that's my whole point. Why do we shit on Curry for making the playoffs with a bad team, but then all these other guys is like, oh, good job, you made it to the playoffs. Why?
Because Kyrie didn't do it with a bad team. He's never done it.
I will say that Thunder team and Curry's Warriors, we can name about 3-4 good players from Warriors.
On paper, yes, they look brilliant. In real life, they are terrible. I am willing to die on this hill. I am willing to.
Who was the second best player on that Thunder team? Alex Abrams?
You said who was the best?
Did you say Oladipo?
Was Vicky on that team at that time?
Yeah, it was probably Oladipo.
And I think Wiggins had a better year this year than Oladipo did that year.
Yeah, Oladipo, that was the year before he got into his bag, because he literally said it like I'm slow, I'm out of shape, like.
But context goes into everything though. So you have who was in the West that was a super threat other than the Warriors.
You talking about for the rest team or for?
No, I'm saying so. Speaking like from that standpoint, the year that he took that trash team to the playoffs, other than the Warriors, who was in the West that were like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, obviously the West is the West, but it's like.
Yeah, I think the West was still pretty good at that. It won't like. Well, I mean, I don't know. You said 16, 17?
Absolutely, yes.
The gap between the West and the East was wider then than it is now.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you still had Harden with the Rockets. You had I can't, like, I'm busting them, but I think the West was still like crazy.
I don't want to waste too much time.
Move on.
We really starting to disrespect Russ, and I'm not having it, bro. I'm not gonna allow it, bro.
There's no disrespect. Y'all just look into these triple doubles, and it's like, where has that gotten him?
What are we looking at for Kyrie?
He helps his team win. You take him off that Cavs team, they don't come back from 3-1.
I don't know.
Bro, what? They might not even be there if Kyrie's on that team at that time, bro.
Wait, what?
The Thunder might not have been there if Kyrie's on that team instead of Russ at that time.
And you can say the Cavs lose that year as Russ is on that Cavs team with LeBron.
You can.
Okay, then. So the what if don't mean shit.
That's why I'm going to when Russ was leading his team and Kyrie led his team. Kyrie led his team, a bunch of suck dudes. Russ, I'm making the playoffs. I'm carrying them.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Give it up. Let's give it up. One's a champion, one's not. So he made it to the playoffs. He made it to the playoffs for what?
Okay, so if Russ get a championship this year, then Russ got it then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Put this. This is going on the TikTok.
I don't go back on my word. At that point, it'll make it more debatable. But as of right now, it's pretty clear cut to me who's the better player.
Yeah, made me take my glasses off for a second, man. Y'all going crazy on Russ, bro. But again, so that should prove that it is debatable, though, right? Can you at least say that? Sure. We're literally debating it, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, obviously, would you want me to sit here quiet? Like, obviously, we're debating because we have a podcast, but no, I do. That's what we're debating, though. We're debating if it's debatable, and I don't think it's debatable, and I'm telling you why I don't think it's debatable. Y'all keep bringing up he taking trash teams to the playoff. Congratulations. Y'all want to give credit to that when y'all want to. Y'all look at all these triple doubles and don't lead to anything.
I was giving him credit. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't even get MVPs for him no more. Okay, you got your triple double. Congratulations.
Wait, you Kyrie got an MVP?
No.
Hold up.
Okay, it's over. Russ got it. All right, now on to AD versus Harden. You got it.
Me personally, if I was a player, I would much rather win a championship, but to each his own.
Man, what you about to say, Kenny?
The reason I don't give Curry much credit for what he just did last year is because he's a top 5 player. I expect for him to do.
You don't even have him in your top 5 though. You steady
I'm talking about what the general public rates him.
No, I'm talking to Kenny Johnson. You don't have him in your top 5.
I don't.
You don't have him in your top 5. Okay, then. So he should get the same credit that you giving Russ. I'm not talking about the general public. I'm talking to you. You don't have him in your top 5. So he's not a top 5 player to you.
I have him better than Westbrook.
What's your point?
That means he has a higher standard. He has a higher standard. I expect more from him. He's the best point guard in the league.
I mean, not to everybody though. Like some of these aren't like no-brainers. Like you have like some things that aren't like no-brainers are who's the best. Like some shit that's debatable is like LeBron, KD, what's the name? There is nobody else that you would pretty much take, right? LeBron, KD, or Giannis as the best player. This is kind of like I said, you don't know them, but just like you just talking about the general public, I can get on Twitter right now and find somebody who thinks Westbrook is better than Curry. So with that logic, that doesn't mean anything. They both had bad teams and they both made it to the playoffs. Well, in Curry's point, he made it to the play-in, but that's technically playoffs because they were the 8th seed. So it's like, I just don't understand. But the argument was Russ and Irving anyway. I mean, like I'm gonna just leave it here for this topic at least. I don't care about the triple doubles, and I guarantee you we won't see that when he plays with the Lakers because LeBron is gonna be controlling the ball.
I think before I said, I don't think he's gonna get the triple doubles as much, but I think he's gonna show that it's real. Like, I'm not just doing this. Like, I think he's still gonna get like 27 and 7. And to me, if you can do that on a LeBron team, that means like this is real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want people to get my words misconstrued. I'm not saying Russ. I'm exaggerating when I say he's a stat pattern. I know he's a better facilitator than Irving, and I know he's a better passer. But when people bring stuff like that to me, it's kind of like this. Okay, he averaged more assists than LeBron, but I think we all know who the better passer is. So it's like sometimes that doesn't always tell the full story. So just because you get that doesn't mean you're a better rebounder than Capella. Like, it's just you out there when you're on a bad team. He's exerting more energy doing that extra stuff because his offense isn't the best when he's trying to score himself. And just like how you said on the last segment, Kenny, scoring is that's the basis of the game now. So Russ has just found other ways to kind of mask his ability to not score as well as the other players. So back in the day, Russ might be the best point guard in the league because he like playing with Magic and all of them, because at that point you didn't really, you know what I'm saying? But in today's game, you have to take him down because he can't score the ball as well, in my personal opinion.
I feel you. I mean, obviously, I know he's not as a good of a scorer as Kyrie. I understand that. I'm not arguing that at all. I just have to look at the entire game, and I do understand scoring outweighs other things. I just have to look at other areas in the game.
And I get that. That's completely understandable. If somebody want to say, "Oh, he averaged triple double, so he's better than Kyrie," okay, I'm not going. That's your own. Like me personally, if I'm starting a team, I'm going to take Kyrie. Y'all might take Russ. I mean, it ain't no harm, no foul. Like
I'm not even.
It's about what you want.
I'm not even going ham about the triple doubles. That's not. I'm not like the biggest stat guy, so the triple doubles is not what's winning me over. It's just when I look overall at the game, Kyrie's the smaller guy. It's just it's not all about the triple doubles, but that is nice though.
They're about what as far as size, right?
Now that's one thing I will say. I think Russ got by far is what you just said, Demir. Like, if you're starting a team, I think Russ should be your pick every time. Like, because, well, let's just say like this: if you had Russ and then 10 other 60 overalls, and then Kyrie and then 10 over 60 overalls, I think Kyrie's team would be a lot worse.
We've already seen it.
Huh?
We've already seen it when he played with the Cavs. When Kyrie played with the Cavs before LeBron got there, he never made the fucking playoffs. We've already seen it. So
those on those 60s, them motherfuckers was some 40s.
We've already seen when Kyrie plays with bums, he don't make the playoffs. When Westbrook played with bums, he made the playoffs. Like, we've already seen it. But we can move on.
Let's keep about these playoff awards.
I'm gonna just end it with this, bro. Kyrie's best moments comes as the number 2 to a top 2 player. Russ has shined with a top 2 player and without one. Kyrie's never really done that.
What's wrong with that?
Your whole argument is that Kyrie impacts winning more, but where does he prove that at?
When did I ever say that? We were talking about who the best player was.
Yeah, you said your whole thing is you gotta stop looking at stats. You gotta say Kyrie helps his team win better.
I never said that.
You want to bet?
Oh, yes.
You want to bet?
Yes, I would.
$100?
I never said anything about
$100.
I said what I said was you take stats away and just look at the game. Kyrie is the better player. That is what I said.
So he helps his team win more.
I don't remember saying that. I'm not going to say I didn't say it. I do not remember saying that. I never said anything about team because to me, neither one of them really helped the team. Huh?
What are we even looking at then? Just bag work?
No, you did say that, dude.
What do you mean?
If you're not looking at impact and winning, you're not looking at stats. What are we looking at?
I mean, it's kind of hard to do that with one. Everybody needs somebody. So one person isn't Like, so what to Cam's point, what he just said, I think both teams would be ass if you gave both of them 60 overalls. That's just my personal preference. So if you want to go off where he had 36 wins and he had 34, then okay, give it to Russ because he had 2 more wins than Kyrie's team.
That's 2 more wins.
Sure.
Yeah. So this just,
I
can agree to
playoffs. Throw a parade because Russ made playoffs.
I can disagree, but let's just say it's debatable. Like it's not by a mile either way. Fair?
I'm only saying that because I'm speaking on right now. I'm not speaking on career-wise. Career-wise, it's definitely debatable, and I'm actually leaning towards Russ. But just right now, I don't think it's debatable who's the better player.
Well, like Russ, he took a trash team to a playoffs. Like, what more you want from him?
This can change. I'm telling. No, because I think about it, bro. Like, where was that? Before what's the name? Chris Paul went to the Thunder. I don't even think he was in people's top 10 anymore. Like, I think people were saying he needed to go ahead and retire, and now he back at like 4 or 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff can change quick. Like, Russ can come and have a great year, and now we're gonna say, oh, we don't know who's better, him or Curry no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff can change quick.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We can move on.
I mean, but that could segue us into our next topic. I don't know if you had something else, Cam.
No.
Do we think that Russ is a good fit? Since we like talking trade talks or whatever, do we think Russ is a good fit with this Lakers team and who we let go and who we got? Do we think that'll be enough for them to take it and get the chip?
Right.
Is it one more time?
Pretty much like the trades we made this offseason, the Lakers that is, or just Russ himself. Do you think that'll be a good fit with this Lakers team, LeBron and AD?
I don't know, man. I've doubted players fit with LeBron before, but LeBron himself has shown me that he if he wanted to, he can make anything work. So I don't know, man. My initial thought when the first trade went through, I'm like, man, that's not gonna look too good. But then when they got all the extra pieces with it, I'm like, they got the shooting to make up for Russ's lack, and two great players can always make it. Three great players can always make something work if they really wanted to. So I think they'll actually be really good.
I think, like, people go ham about the like, oh, they can't shoot as a team. Like, I think it'll fit. Let me say my answer first. Like, first of all, they're 2 great players, so it's like they'll make it work. Not saying it's the greatest fit or nothing, but when it's 2 great players like that, I feel like they understand how to just make it work. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out where, like, what you don't like, what you do like, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I don't know who their starting lineup is going to be, but they're not the greatest shooting team. But I don't know. Like, to me, it's like the only person on the floor that can't shoot is Russ. I don't know if Howard is going to start, but yeah, like LeBron, obviously he's not the best shooter, but you gotta respect it. AD, you gotta respect it. Like, and then I don't know who they're gonna start at the 2, Monk or Ellington. But
might be Horton Tucker.
Either one of them. Oh, I don't think they're gonna start THT.
Okay.
I don't know, but you're right. But Ellington or Monk, they can shoot. And then I gotta see their lineup first, but if Howard doesn't start, yeah, that's what I'm about to say, because they can put Melo at the 3, LeBron at the 4.
Damn, I forgot we got Melo.
But I don't really think Melo gonna start either. I don't know, but pretty much what I'm trying to say is they're not as bad of a shooting team as people are trying to make it seem to me. Like, it's like LeBron can shoot. So, yeah, I think it'll work. And to answer the other question, yeah, they definitely have enough to win a ring, even if it don't work. Like, they still got enough.
Fumble into one.
Yeah.
That's the I don't want to backtrack to what we just talked about, but see, that's the difference between like how I think about Russ in the Lakers and then Kyrie in the Nets. Like, but that's I don't want to backtrack. But anyway, to answer my own question, it's hard for me to really say like Rod. I'm kind of going a different direction than Rod, but it's hard for me to say because we get these guys that on paper, they like shoot 60%, I'm exaggerating, but like 60% from 3, and with Wayne Ellington and Malik Monk, who's been injury prone since he's been in the league. And it just don't like, it don't seem like it's enough, but obviously if they play up to what these analysts like say that they can do, DJ, calm down, baby. If they play up to what these analysts say they could do, then yeah, I think so. But I just don't see it going that way. And then we can't turn Russ into a spot up shooter. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm on him a lot. I ride Russ a lot, no homo. So I know I'll be on him and stuff. But that's something I definitely don't think will work. We try to turn him to like a spot up shooter. Stop, baby. Go back in there and watch TV.
Well, I agree.
So
I agree.
I just don't know. But one thing that I feel like we'll be successful just based on the fact that we still got LeBron and AD. Like that duo is one of the best I've seen in a long time. Like they beat all the other duos people talk about. LeBron and AD take me back to like Shaq and Kobe. Like damn near almost. Like I love that duo, but it's the other guys that I'm kind of iffy about. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna work. I mean, obviously, it's not the most ideal fit with Westbrook playing with the Lakers. Obviously, you would rather put LeBron with a shooting point guard, Kyrie, Dame, if you were able to get him somebody like that. But they weren't able to get a shooting point guard. So Westbrook was probably their best option. They maybe could have got Kimbo or whatever, but the fit isn't the most ideal. Obviously, you want to put shooting around LeBron, but they're so great that they're going to make it work. You don't have to have a great fit to win a championship. Bitch, I got talent. So it's like they got talent on the team. So it's not about the best fit, because if it was about the best fit, then everybody should say right now that they're not going to make the championship. Go ahead and say it right now.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it because the fit isn't the best. So you don't got to have the best fit. They're going to make it work. Malik Monk make your shots. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo make your shots. LeBron's going to make it easier. Westbrook's going to push the floor. He's going to push the ball up the floor. If everything goes how I'm thinking it's going to go, they're going to be great on defense. Like, people aren't really talking about that too. Like, defense, like, I don't know who the starting lineup is going to be either, but I don't know if Howard's going to be at the 5 and Davis at the 4. I don't know exactly how they're going to play, but I think their defense is going to be great. Their defense was top last year, so I like it because talent is talent. Talent is talent. I got them.
The Lakers, they always have, well, since LeBron and stuff, they've always had a pretty good defense. And yeah, I agree with you, like the fit thing. And this made me just think about this. Like, if LeBron went to Philly, I think people would be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's an even worse shoot. Like, he literally can't shoot, Ben Simmons. And I think people would think Philly would win. So it's like, if you think LeBron with Philly would win, then it's no reason you shouldn't think LeBron with the Lakers would win, because yeah, Ben Simmons is literally not a shooting threat at all. I know we joke about Russ, but he gonna make a few. You know what I'm saying?
He'll shoot a few. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that is so makes him a threat. No, real talk. Because Ben not gonna shoot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, I like you said, Kenny.
I really respect about Russ. He hear all of this, but one thing I can't take away from him, no matter what I say, he probably plays the hardest in the league.
And low key, he makes a lot of people better. Like, Anthony Davis might have one of his best years this year. People don't know, like, people be having their best years with Russ, bro. Like, Bradley Beal had a great year this year. KD had one of his best seasons with him. Who else was it? Harden. Like, people be having like their best years with Russ. And people like to say he's a horrible, like, he don't like, and the players, most of the players, if you listen to like what they say about him, they say like he's one of the best teammates I've ever had in my life. Like, people love playing with him. It's just the media that gets into people's head and make us think like, well, he also does treat the media bad. So I think people look at that and be like, man, he an asshole. Like, people probably don't like playing with him. But yeah.
Yeah, do you remember this Jake, bro? In the locker room, he was looking at the
Oh, he was looking like, what is that? Like,
but
that was in the bubble. But yeah,
I just want to say for everybody out there who probably think I love Russ as a human being. Like, off the court, I love Russ. And even on the court, I don't hate him. But like I was explaining to Kenny, I just think with a scoring league and him not being able to score as much as we like to see, that's just what takes him down for me. But I love him as a human being, and he, like I said, that's what his tenacity is something I'll never be able to take away from him, and I love that coming to our team. So
you gonna love him, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's gonna be hard not to love him when he on your team. Like I'm telling you, like he just play with so much energy. Like he give it 100 every night, and that's all you can ask for from somebody. Like you know what I'm saying. So you gonna love him. I mean, you are gonna have some times where he shoot an air ball or something, and you're like, come on, but you're gonna love that dude, bro. I promise you.
we just gotta get those up. We gotta get those up.
Yeah, they stopped him from doing his routine. Ever since then, he been like 60%, 70%. I'm like, dang.
Come on, Kenny, you love free throws. Come on.
Yeah, but hey, you gotta understand, man. It's a lot of parts of the game. So
And Russ scored that ball. Like, who was that was saying, like, I don't care how you get it? I forgot which ones. That was you, Kenny?
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah, he be scoring. Like, he don't average like 18 or nothing. Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. He be averaging like 26, 27 points a game.
He
Like,
just
he up there
don't
with Kyrie. It just might not be as pretty.
yeah.
He just don't score how y'all want him to.
Yeah. But that's enough rest talk. We done spent like 45 minutes.
Hold on, let me dip back one more time. that talk about the Lakers roster made me realize, like, y'all saying like that's easy, but the big three is debatable, and I think the Lakers are a lot deeper, bro.
But no, I don't want you to put put it on them. It was all me. I think they said like it's close.
No, I think Cam was like right there with you.
The big three is close.
But you said the Nets like by far is OD though, right? Like the team.
No, I'm saying the Nets, but I'm not saying like by far. No, like if I say by far, that means I would pick the Nets to win, like the championship, like easy. And I'm still picking the Lakers just because they got the best player out of all of them. Like out of everybody, I think the Lakers have the best one player. But
the Lakers bench is a lot better than the Nets bench, bro.
I don't know, bro. Like, well, let me rephrase. Like, I think that the Lakers bench is better, but I feel like their three, even though the big three is debatable, I think their three is just like the points that they can put up. It's gonna be hard to beat them. And I know it's like what, like you saying it's debatable the three and the Lakers bench is better, but some games the bench is gonna score 8 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I doubt it. The Lakers bench?
Yeah, it's gonna be games where the bench don't really do too much.
Hendrick none. Melo might come off the bench. THT might come off the bench. Them three alone is about 20 points.
And when I say this, I mean in a series like Lakers versus Nets in a playoff series. I think it'll be games where both benches don't really like. I think KD, Kyrie, and Harden can literally score 100 points, like just them three. You know what I'm saying?
I think both can. That's why the others is what's gonna make the difference in the series. And the Lakers have better others.
I don't know. Them niggas go 100.
I don't know. And I love.
God, LeBron, AD, and Russ can't score 100 points, bro.
I don't think in the same game.
And at this point, I'm not even talking about talent. I mean, like who's better, bro? At this point, I'm just saying you got to factor in AD. Like he don't do what he's like. He don't really do like if he play how he was supposed to play, then that changes things. LeBron is 36, and then I mean I know y'all saying Russ can score, but it's like he also have his nights where he's scoring 13 points. So
I don't think they can do it in the same game, bro. Like because like I feel like what's the name can put the Nets big three. They can all put up high volume threes. Russ and AD, AD. Don't get me wrong, you gotta respect it, but they're not gonna shoot 10 threes really, like in the same game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, yeah, but I'm just saying I think they can. I think like all three of them can score 35 points in the same game. I feel like it's gonna be one person for the Lakers, and we just gonna be like, okay, he's hot tonight. Let's just go to him.
Okay, I'll get you.
And I'm not mad at you for thinking that the Lakers can do it either, because they're all great players. But
I'm mad at you.
Them points, man. The Nets, they can put up points.
I don't like how we're trying to underrate the Lakers, man. Like them boys are talented and they are deep. And I do think the Nets big three has a higher chance of scoring 100, of course. That's their thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about Russ, AD, and LeBron is I think they're gonna play off each other better, which will in turn make it easier for them to score.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still picking the Lakers, even though I'm saying the Nets is like, wasn't it? I'll be the first to say my pick is the Lakers. As long as injury, it would have been the same this year. I still think the Lakers would have won this year without injury, but yeah, my pick is the Lakers.
But
I got Lakers too.
Touch on that.
This is off subject, but I really like the Kendrick Nunn pickup, bro. He's a good player. I like Kendrick Nunn.
Y'all got about 8 people that can get y'all about 15 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all might be doing the Clippers jank from that 1 year, just getting people. Even
though
I
would get rid of everybody else and keep Nunn.
That was THT. Them for sure probably all gonna come.
Buck was the best pickup to me. He's a bucket, bro. He's like he
gonna play the full season.
Matt McClung?
Never. When the last time you played a full season?
Who, Malik Monk?
Yeah.
Last year.
He got injured a little bit last year, but he was pretty good. I used to watch a lot of
like
Monk games because of LaMelo. And Monk used to he does have game. He's like a what do they call it when you come off the bench and you see if you hot?
An offense or something like that.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys, like you see if he hot for the night, and then if he not, it's all right, bro. Like you ain't knowing nothing tonight. But some nights he can give you like 30 off the bench, bro. Like but you're gonna love I can't wait to see you love all of these guys. Cause I know as soon as the season starts, you're gonna love these dudes, bro. Like
none of Russ antics.
Bro, he doesn't have an anti. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
This is a winner, man.
He just
I got the Nets.
You picking the Nets? Like you got the Nets like as your favorite.
You do this, Jay. I thought this.
Yeah, he do the like. I'm not gonna pick the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't think you picked the Lakers for like the last 3 years, bro.
No, like Cam said, things change. So once I found out we would get matched up with the Heat, I knew we were gonna win that year.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, making it out of the West that year, I didn't think we were gonna be. And I still stand on that. Them niggas got beat by the Nuggets. But y'all have to understand something, bro. Did y'all see how they were playing the Bucks when they were all three on the court?
You talking about the Nets?
Yes, and LeBron.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there. If they were healthy, bro, I think they would have swept the Bucks with ease. Like it was looking like it. I think I texted one of y'all and said like, yeah, it's over for this. I think I'm about to text.
And that's where their lack of depth started to show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mike James out there.
That's where injuries just happen.
That's where depth comes into play.
Like, okay. I get what you mean, but
when it's time to hoop though in those moments, the depth don't really get no PT.
Right, because even if one, like for example, the Lakers have depth, but if AD get injured, it's over. You see what I'm saying?
Russ and Bron going nuclear, pick and roll for the whole game. Can you really go to Russ and LeBron pick and roll?
Bro, actually Russ can get injured. Knock on wood. I don't want him to, but Russ probably could get injured, and it's like just K9 and we good.
You know what I'm
saying? But LeBron and AD, if one of them get injured, it is over, bro. Like,
if Russ get injured, it's like we good. If Kyrie get injured, we just gonna slide Javon Carter in there, and it's over for us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The Nets slid. They slid Patty Mills. The Nets, they did.
That's their best.
No, hey.
Yeah.
If they didn't have Patty Mills, bro, it wouldn't be close.
Yeah, they did slide Patty Mills. They got somebody else. Didn't they get Paul Millsap?
I don't know about that.
I don't think he went nowhere yet.
Or was they saying he was? I think they looking at getting him.
I don't think he picked nowhere yet.
I think they re-signed Blake as well.
Yeah, they did. But I know they left. Jeff Green went to the Nuggets, right?
Yeah. Oh, he did.
I believe so.
That
hurt. That hurt.
He might have got worse. Nah, well, Patty Mills is pretty good though.
Jeff Green, bro.
They just don't have no defense for real, bro.
Them points. It's like
the Lakers who have an all-star team. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna matter less, bro.
They didn't lose Harden, Kyrie, or Kevin Durant. No, none of what y'all talk about do not matter.
It's gonna be rough.
Because you have the Lakers. The Lakers, their offense is probably like a 95, and then the Nets is like a 99. And then the Lakers defense is a 99 as well. And then the Nets defense is like a 70.
That was one thing I was proud of my boys for, man. Even with LeBron and AD out, I think we still had like the top defense in the league.
Hey, yeah. All this to say, this is about to be. We ain't even talking about no other team. We just talking about the Nets and Lakers.
It's over.
This is about to be a great season, though, man. I feel like we about to get a lot of like milestones, highlights, stuff like that, man. I actually can't wait. And it's crazy because it seemed like the what's name just ended, but it's like I just be wanting basketball, bro. But
fluke ahead, that's why. All that Phoenix got. They got the fluke walking into the damn championship.
The Nets, they gonna have a surprise waiting on them. If everybody stay healthy, the Nets, they gonna have a surprise because
you talking about Philly? Who you talking about, Philly?
Not Philly. I'm a gentleman speaking. I'm saying if everybody stays healthy, most of the world is thinking that the Lakers is gonna make the championship and the Nets.
Yeah.
And I understand you got Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris. I understand these things. You got Patty Mills. So I understand all that, but I understand they're going to score points. But first off, the Lakers might have the number one defense, first off. So, obviously I know better offense beats great defense or whatever. I understand that, but I think the Lakers is going to be on them. And on the other end, y'all got a guard too.
Yeah.
So let's just say the Nets average, let's say they get 115, 118. The Lakers, we're gonna get that too because you got to guard AD. Y'all got to guard AD.
You might have just made me like you might have just convinced me because
you got to guard AD. You got to guard AD and fucking James Harden or Kyrie. One of y'all got to guard Westbrook. I'm gonna blow past you. There's nothing you can do.
And
then somebody got to guard.
Harden can't do what he did to Harden can't do what he did to Giannis. He waved somebody off, right?
Yeah, they got to guard. They have to guard.
He can't do that with AD.
Y'all guys are turning. Y'all starting to see like we're underrating the Lakers. Like these niggas are about
Y'all are delusional as hell.
Well, I picked the Lakers. I'm just saying Kenny might have
the Lakers.
Y'all are delusional as hell.
Demir, I know what he's doing. He's doing either way.
You might not count, Demir, because you do this every year, bro.
Reverse psychology thing.
We can.
No, pretty much what I'm saying is either way you win because if they don't win, it's like I'm right. Then if they do, it's like I was wrong, but my team won.
I think you're gonna say it.
Talking basketball, we can't.
You're doing fan safe bet, James.
Y'all are just doing LeBron. No, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break it down. Rod is playing devil's advocate. Is a LeBron fan, and Kenny is doing the opposite of what I'm doing. He's saying like LeBron should win. And then when he don't, it's like he had this, he had that. Why did they win? I'm the most middle. All I'm saying is there is no comparison when it comes to y'all keep rusting. There is no comparison when you're talking about scoring in versus the Lakers and the Nets. I think this past year alone, Kadeem has said it on the court when we was hooping. They scored like the most points from 3 players ever. Yeah. This past season, it's no comparison. I'm not trying to do like my team gonna lose. Like I'm not doing that, bro. But there aren't, and then y'all have to.
Lakers will have a top 5 offense.
Y'all have to factor in age too, and we can bet that. KD
that's hard. That's hard.
Well, top 5 offense.
I don't want to come in between y'all bet, but stuff like that, like it be teams like this is just a example. So don't. But it be teams like the Kings that be having a top offense, like you know what I'm saying. Because they get or like the Wizards. Like I think the Wizards had a good. I could be wrong, but that's hard. But y'all can do that.
It's easy for the Lakers to score. They're not gonna have to ISO every possession because we're gonna play defense and we have Russell Westbrook and LeBron. We're gonna be one of the league leaders in transition points. We don't have to ISO. We're gonna score off that alone. Like, yes, great offense trumps great defense. Does great offense trump great defense and great offense too?
It's not. They can't score with them. Y'all keep saying there are levels to this.
Like, you're acting like the Lakers are the motherfuckers.
Bobcats can score. What does that mean?
You said what?
I was using the.
I literally didn't hear what you said. What you said?
The Kings can score. What does that mean? There's levels to it though. When you talk about it, that's like saying this Lakers team could have kept up with that Warriors team. There's levels to this. Nobody was keeping up with the Warriors scoring. Like Cam just said, even though they had great defense. They didn't even have to have great defense because their offense was so powerful. Now my offense is playing defense for me.
The Lakers don't have to do that. My defense is playing defense for me, and that's going to play offense for me.
So can we agree that there are players in the league who are unguardable? You can account for their points already?
Yes.
And can we agree that the Nets have two of them? You can argue Kyrie, but I think he can be slowed down. Harden and KD, you can account for their 60 already. I don't think you can say.
I think what Rod is saying is you can do the same. Like you can account for AD and LeBron.
No. AD, yes. LeBron, no.
I think
What? Okay, welcome to another episode of 4 We out, baby. Come on, man. Come on.
30. We're talking 30. Let's get that out.
Oh, not 30, but I think you can account about 20.
I'm talking 30.
But
KD and Harden, you have to account for their 30 already. You cannot do that with LeBron.
What Rod is saying though is you're right, but you can account for AD and LeBron for about 26, and we're gonna play good defense, which the Nets aren't gonna do.
They don't need to. By the time they catch up in scoring, it's pretty much already over. And this is my opinion. Now I do think the Lakers are gonna make the final, but I'm not trying to do like win-win, Jake. I just think a fully healthy Nets team, that team is hard to beat.
I kind of agree with Kenny. Convinced you they got a surprise waiting because it's gonna come in bunches. Like even when Westbrook go out, Kendrick Nunn. Like not saying he's the best, but yeah.
I just told y'all what Kenny is doing.
Melo,
yeah, bro. I just want people to understand. Y'all have the 3 best offensive players ever to play on one team ever. That's what the Nets have. But they have to guard. And you know what? They also had one of the worst defenses ever. That's what they had. So they got to guard. You got to guard AD. You have to guard AD. You have to guard. Go ahead.
I could have waited till you were done, but okay. And I do remember you saying that last year. So can you? And I want you to be 100% honest. All 3 healthy last year. Would they have won the title?
Last year, the Nets.
This past postseason, the Nets. Yeah. You don't have to think about this one.
Well, the reason I'll say the Nets is because to me this wasn't 100% AD. So I'll say the Nets.
With full health around the league, I had picked the Lakers.
No, I was strictly talking about full health with the Nets and how things played out. So the Bucks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They won, right? So even with that being said, they had the worst defense the entire year, and they still would. You still would agree that they would have won, right? So that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand.
Well, it's only one team that can like pretty much. I don't think
the Lakers are the one team that are going to be like, okay, y'all.
Right, because the Lakers are the one team that's probably going to have great offense and you might have like the Jazz. The Jazz might have great offense, great defense, but yeah. But the Lakers are the only team that's probably going to have like a high-powered offense and a high-powered defense, like with the talent to do it. Because the Jazz, they gonna have that. But I think their talent level isn't high enough. Like they got Mitchell and it's like, all right, but they got the talent level to match with the Nets and they have high power offense plus defense. The Nets only have high power offense. So
also they changing the rules. So James Harden, they changing the rules. They're gonna ref differently. They're gonna ref differently. And y'all talking about James Harden don't average. You said his 30 is guaranteed. I got money that he don't average 30 if they both make the playoffs. I mean, if they both make the championship, the Lakers and Nets, I got money. He's not averaging 30 against those guys. And I got what you got on that one.
I'll put that money up.
Okay, we can put whatever you want on that. Okay.
That money's stuck.
Okay. We can talk. Okay, go
ahead. But one thing I will say, that is something I did think about, and you are 100% correct. So a lot of his gimmicky stuff that he does, but him getting to the free throw line, that's not really going to change because he don't do what really Chris Paul do, because the 2 things that I know that they're changing is like letting the player ride your back and then like shooting, that's a foul, and then like jumping into somebody. Harden does do the jumping into somebody, Jake, but I don't think that'll alter his 30 points at all. Now he just know, okay, now I'm just going to score on you. Like how Cam say the flopping players like LeBron, he uses that so he can get his call. Players just use that stuff so they can get easier points. But now it's like, okay, take that away. Now I'm going to just give you a regular 30.
Well, okay. Let's just hope. It's funny because we saying all this and they probably not even play each other in the
Oh yeah,
final.
yeah. Demir, this bet is only good if the Lakers and the Nets make the championship.
That's
Yeah,
what we,
you said average in the finals, yeah.
Okay.
that's what we all want, man. I hope it happens. But before we get up out of here, I got like a little quick jank for y'all just to like end the show off. Who y'all got for like y'all not an award, but like who y'all think is gonna like improve this year, like a breakout player, like just one player that come to mind for y'all. I'll start with mine. I said it earlier. I think John Morant, like he about to go crazy this year. I think he gonna be an all-star this year. So that's my huh?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
What's a breakout? Like he ain't gotta be no 30-point scorer or nothing.
Nah, like for example, Jeremy Grant, he was a breakout player. Just like he went from where was he at, Denver, and came to Detroit, and like we saw like, oh, this guy's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he won't good in Denver, but that's what I mean. Like, and it don't even gotta be 20 or nothing. Like it could be like going from 10 points to 18 points, like anything, bro. Like just a player that's like, dang.
Depending on how they play him, I say Lonzo Ball.
That's a good pick.
Stuff over there in Chicago, man.
I love Lonzo, bro. I hope he succeeds, man. I love all the balls, no homo. That sounded crazy, but but yeah, I love all three of them, bro. Like I just
Y'all think Charlotte gonna pick up Jello?
I hope they do. I think they should. This is gonna be quick. I know we've been here for a while, but like I think they should do stuff like that for their star player. Like LaMelo is their cornerstone. Like he gets his tickets, like, and he's good. And I look at it like the Bucks. Like the Nashville, it's a lot of guys that's better than him. And the Bucks are like, I think Giannis told them like we're a package deal, and the Bucks are like, yeah, like we'll keep.
I can waste a roster spot on that.
Yeah, so I feel like Charlotte should do the same for LaMelo. Like, not saying he's on Giannis level or nothing.
It'll just make Melo happy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like he's your cornerstone piece. Like he's the guy you trying to build around and stuff. So it's like just make him happy.
And it's not like he's garbage. Like he can help. Like you know what I'm saying?
He might be like
we ain't got no roster spot to waste, baby. We need this.
I feel like they should just sign him just cause. Like, and he, like you said, right? He's not trash. Yeah. Like he could come in and hit some threes. Like I feel like he could come in and do more than the Nashes. So I don't know, but that was quick. My fault. I got off topic, but Lonzo, that was a great pick. I actually like him, and I hope he succeeds, man. That Chicago team, but matter of fact, like they're gonna be like exciting to watch. But Kenny, you got one?
Well, my guy, it's not like my guy's already great, but I think he's gonna be an MVP candidate this year.
Oh man. Oh man.
You better not
nah. Huh?
Just go ahead.
Nah. My pick is I think it's gonna be Paul George. I think he's gonna.
Oh, okay.
His stats might not go up a lot, but I think Kawhi. I think they're downplaying his injury. He might miss the entire year, and the ball is gonna be in Paul George's hands more. That's what's gonna happen. And I think he's just gonna do his thing, and I think he'll be an MVP candidate. And I think if Kawhi don't play this year, even though they don't have Rondo anymore and Patrick Beverly, I understand that. Who they get to replace him? Fucking Eric Bledsoe. That won't help a lot, but I still think Paul George is gonna do his thing, and I think they still gonna make the playoffs. So I got him.
If he play like he played in the playoffs, you right. He was going crazy in the playoffs. So yeah, if he play like that, then I absolutely agree with you, man. Those are some good picks.
They still got Reggie as well.
Yeah, Reggie. Yeah. Those are some great picks.
That game, he shot like 17 for 20, had a 40-piece, I think a triple-double too or something like that.
Yeah.
Reggie,
he can really fill it up.
Reggie showed his ass. Reggie Jackson.
Man. Y'all seen, this is off subject, but kind of goes back to what I had said. Y'all seen what KD said about Lonzo? You seen that? Nah. It was like a little recording. I think he was on a podcast or something. He was like, a lot of people he was like, I don't even want to get his words, but I know for a fact he said his dad kind of messed up how he came into the league, and he said he think that gave him a bad like rep and everything. But he said Lonzo he's a dog. He does everything you want. Like He's everything you look for in a player. He got the size. He said he could pass like no other, plays defense, raising his 3-point, but he was like his dad pretty much. But he was like, yeah, Lonzo's gonna be a dog and a new city, another fresh start. He said he think Lonzo gonna hoop.
I agree.
Yeah.
Man, we've been here for too long, but that can be a topic next episode because I could actually like branch off into something, but maybe we'll talk about that next episode. But thank y'all for watching, man. This has been another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday, one of these days. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like and still comment. I don't even think I seen any comments. Like, come on, comment, though.
If you can make it to the end of this video.
Oh, man, let us know.
Yeah, that's what it is. People don't be making it to the end probably, but I understand. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, these chances be long. So yeah, thank y'all for at least clicking, watching whatever you do watch. So we'll be back next week, and until then, yep.